14 and 1. If you have it, shout glory. If you don't have it, shout wait. I heard a wait, so somebody help them. John 14 and 1. Once again, very familiar passage of scripture. One that we always hear at a funeral. Today, I'm so glad that there's nobody dead up in here. Amen. Amen. God has, through his infinite grace and mercy, allowed our golden moments yet to roll on. So, again, we're coming from John. Chapter 14. Very first verse. Oh, wait. Beautiful. Beautiful. We're supposed to help me one another. Amen. 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 Y'all looking at me, I'm looking at you. Work with us. John 14 and 1, and we're reading, let not your heart be troubled. You believe in God, believe also in me. We're going to stop right there. Let me leave with your topic of thought. It'll be coping with a heart attack.
All right now.
Coping with a heart attack. Now, in some interpretations, this verse begins thus. And he said to the disciples, let not your heart be troubled. Certainly, it can be predetermined that the words are addressed to all of the disciples. We find out that there were many things which lied heavy upon and greatly depressed the minds of the disciples. Number one, they had to deal with the loss of Christ's bodily presence, his speedy departure from them, the circumstances that centered around his death, as he should be betrayed by one of them and denied by another. Thirdly, the uncomfortable situation they were likely to be left in without any sight or hope of a temporal kingdom being erected. And lastly, that they would be exposed to the hatred and persecutions that Christ had just received. But notice how within the multitude of these thoughts, Christ begins to comfort them. He bids them to be of good heart. He later exhorts them all to exercise their faith in God and also their faith in him. After all, this is the best medication that we can take to rid us of our heart troubles and have what's called perfect peace. Today I want to address a few key factors that can contribute to what Bishop Millicent Hunter described as heart attack. The first thing is that there's too much stress in our lives.
That's right.
We can suffer from a heart attack when we have to deal with too much stress in our lives. Here we find that Christ is speaking to the disciples, and his first words are, let not. Can I teach for a moment? I need you to look at the gospel writing that John portrays here. He did not say that it was a question that Jesus asked. He didn't say, please let not. He simply made a statement or gave us a command. He demanded that we let not. I can't get no help in here. There's somebody right now that's going through a situation, and I dropped by to let you know, let not. There's somebody right now whose body's racking in pain, and it wants to define who you are, but I dropped by to encourage you. Let not. There's somebody right now that's going through some struggles at home, and you feel like all hope is gone, but I come by to drop a word. Let not. There's somebody right now that want to give up, want to throw in the towel, say it's a wrap, it's over, it's a done deal, but I dropped by to encourage you. Let not. Somebody right now been called everything but a child of God.
Preach, Rev.
Go home, there's no peace to be found. It seems as if the